So going into preference day today, there's several things that you should expect. When you're walking into the chapter houses, you'll notice that there's a much more serious tone happening on this day within your conversations with the chapter members. This is a really important day for the chapters as they're sharing a little piece of their sorority with you. So expect for some chapter members to become emotional as they're speaking about their chapter. This day, sororities will give a short presentation about their values and ideals that each chapter member holds. Listen carefully to all the conversations on this day because the chapters are revealing their characteristics of their chapter to you.
I'm going to read to you information that the National Panhellenic Conference has asked for us to be sure that each potential new member knows about when you get ready to prepare for today. You want to please carefully consider the following points as you complete your Membership Recruitment Acceptance Binding Agreement, also known as the MRABA, or what we call here at UK, Mr. ABBA. The first point is for you to know that your options when considering your agreement are the following. You may choose not to complete your agreement at this time. You may choose to list any sorority whose preference or last event you attended today and from which you are willing to accept an invitation to membership, which we also call a bid. You may choose to limit your choices to just one or to list any sorority whose preference around this last event you attended and are willing to accept membership. Please note that by not listing the maximum number of events you attended may be limiting your potential to join any other MPC organization or sorority during this recruitment, should you not be placed with your choice or choices. When you sign this binding agreement, you're agreeing to accept an invitation to membership from any MPC sorority you have listed. Once the acceptance agreement has been turned in to the representative of the College Panhellenic Association, it cannot be altered or changed. If you receive an invitation to membership, which we call a bid, from any MPC organization that you have listed on your Mr. ABBA card and you do not accept it, you will be ineligible to be pledged to any other MPC organization on this campus until the beginning of the next primary membership recruitment period. So until next August. This statement is from the unanimous agreements which all organizations and members of the MPC agreed to uphold. Unanimous Agreement number 3, the Panhellenic Compact, states in point 5, if through the primary membership recruitment process a potential new member receives a bid and declines it, then she is ineligible to be pledged to another MPC sorority on the same campus until the beginning of the next primary membership recruitment period. If you do not receive an invitation to membership from any MPC organizations you have listed, you will be eligible for continuous open bidding if and when space allows. You must understand that not all MPC organizations will have available places for new members for the academic year. The National Panhellenic Conference has the Panhellenic Compact, which states, a woman who is or who has ever been initiated member of an existing MPC sorority shall not be eligible for membership in another MPC sorority. To be eligible to participate in a Panhellenic recruitment and to pledge an MPC sorority, a woman shall not be simultaneously enrolled in high school and attending college, or be regularly matriculated according to the definition of matriculation established by that institution. At UK, that is to be a fully enrolled student as full-time or 12 hours. An undergraduate woman shall not be asked to pledge an MPC sorority during any school recess except during the primary membership recruitment period, and the ensuring continuous open bidding or COB process when held immediately before an academic term. Each college Panhellenic shall establish a bid day to conclude the primary membership recruitment period. A bid day is the scheduled time when invitations to membership are issued. If through the primary membership recruitment process a potential new member receives a bid and declines it, then she is ineligible to be pledged to another NPC sorority on the same campus until the beginning of the next year's primary membership recruitment period. At a later date, but before the next primary membership recruitment period, if the potential new member who has declined her bid expresses an interest in being pledged to the chapter with which she originally matched, she may do so only if the chapter extends another bid and has quota or total spaces to fill. If a potential member does not receive a bid at the end of primary recruitment membership period, she is eligible immediately to participate in continuous open bidding, which is COB. If through the primary membership recruitment process a potential new member accepts a bid and breaks her pledge, then she is ineligible to be pledged to another NPC sorority on the same campus until the beginning of the next year's primary membership recruitment period. A COB acceptance is a binding agreement also. If a potential new member accepts a bid, then signs the COB acceptance or goes through the membership's organization's official pledging ceremony and has her pledge broken by an NPC sorority or breaks her pledge, then she is ineligible to be pledged to another NPC sorority on that campus until the beginning of the next primary membership recruitment period. Women who have been pledged but not yet initiated into a chapter whose charter has been rescinded or relinquished, or of a colony that has been dissolved, shall be eligible to pledge another NPC fraternity immediately following the official release by the NPC fraternity. We will now explain the bid matching process. Bid matching is the process used during formal membership recruitment to mutually select the preferences of the potential new member and the chapters. In the example that we will be using for the bid matching, we have two sororities, Alpha and Beta, and three potential new members, Sarah, Lauren, and Hannah. Our quota will be 1. Quota is the maximum number of potential new members a chapter may take during the bid matching procedures. It is based on the simple formula of the number of potential members that are participating divided by the number of chapters.
Now we look at potential new member Sarah's Mr. ABBA list. As you can see, she listed Alpha as her first choice and Beta as her second choice. Since Sarah is first on Alpha list and has Alpha at the top of her list, she will match. She is then crossed off of Beta's list, and she is matched to Alpha. Since Sarah has been matched to Alpha, she has been crossed off of Beta's bid list. So now we take a look at Lauren's Mr. ABBA list. She has listed Beta as her first choice and Alpha as her second choice. So we go ahead and we look at Beta's list and see she is first on their list. Since she's first on Beta's list and Beta is first on her list, Lauren will match. She will then be crossed off of Alpha's list and Hannah will move into the top spot. So Lauren has matched to Beta. Next, we come back to Hannah and take her out of the hold pile. As you can see, both Alpha and Beta have met quota, but since Hannah has listed all of her options, she qualifies to be a quota addition. Since Hannah has Alpha listed first on her list, she will match to Alpha because she is next on Alpha's list. Here are Alpha and Beta's new membership lists. The new members for Alpha consist of Sarah and Hannah, and Beta's new member is Lauren. All women were matched because they maximized their options.
A few terms that were used during the bid matching examples are, first, the quota additions. To be eligible for quota addition, one must accept all invitations and attend all functions. It must also list all preferences possible, and then you may be matched to a group even if they are over quota. Snap bidding was not shown in the example. This is an opportunity for women that are not matched and do not qualify for the quota additions. To qualify for snap bidding, you must have attended at least open house to participate. You can list other chapters that you did not attend today on the back of your Mr. ABBA card if you are willing to accept a bid from the chapter. Then, if you're not matched with the chapters on the front of your Mr. ABBA card for which you attended a preference event, then you may be matched to a chapter listed on the back of the card. Remember, though, there are not many snap bids given. If you have listed at least one preference on the front of your Mr. ABBA card, then you can list additional preferences or sororities on the back of the card from which you are willing to accept a bid and whose party you did not attend. List the groups you are willing to join in order. These will be used in the snap bidding with the sororities that have openings and who you did not attend their preference round. Single preferencing is what we call when you list only one chapter on your Mr. ABBA acceptance card when you attended 2 preference functions. This is not recommended. It dramatically decreases your opportunity to pledge a sorority. You need to remember that no single sorority member can promise you that you will receive a bid from their chapter. It takes a chapter vote. If you do not list all your
You are encouraged to list on your binding agreement membership recruitment acceptance card the names of all sororities from which you are willing to accept a bid to membership. You list these in order of preference, arriving at these decisions with no outside interference. It is very important that you make this decision for yourself. It is important that you do not talk to your Gamma Chi, to your roommate, to another potential member, and that you do not call your parents to talk to them about this decision. We will have staff available to talk to you in Memorial Hall about this decision, but it does need to be your decision because you are the one joining, and no one else can make that decision for you. The signing of the membership recruitment acceptance binding agreement is final and binding, and no changes may be made after it is signed. So after you've submitted it online in Memorial Hall, then you cannot make any changes to it. By signing this acceptance agreement, I understand and agree to the following terms. I am willing to accept an invitation to membership from any women's fraternity that I list on this agreement. I may limit my choices to one or list any women's fraternities on campus in which I'm willing to accept membership. I cannot change the order of my preferences or add or delete a preference once this agreement has been submitted to the College Panhellenic Association. Once I sign this agreement, I am bound by the National Panhellenic Conference calendar year rule. This rule states that if you receive an invitation to membership from any group I have listed and I choose not to accept it, I am ineligible to be pledged to any other MPC fraternity on this campus until the next primary recruitment period on this campus. If I do not receive an invitation to membership from a group that I have listed,
After your last preference function, please go directly to Memorial Hall. Do not talk to anyone, including your Gamma Chi. Pick up a pencil and a membership recruitment acceptance binding agreement card. Fill out the sheet completely and then use the laptops available in the front of the classroom to enter information online.
remember to only list chapters you are willing to accept an invitation to membership. You may limit your choices to one or list any women's fraternities on campus in which you are willing to accept a bid. If you do limit your choices, then your chances of pledging a group are lower. This is a sample of what your Mr. ABBA card will look like. There is also a sample located in your sorority sorts handbook. You will begin by initialing the statements. You will then sign and date it. From there, you will list your preferences and then sign again. On the back side, this is where you can input your information for snap bidding. You will list your chapters that you would like to receive a snap bid from in preferential order. You will then complete your Mr. ABBA card by signing, listing your phone number, and then dating it. Remember that you cannot change the order of your preferences or add or delete a preference once this agreement has been submitted to the College Panhellenic Association. It is also important to remember that once you sign this agreement, you are bound by the National Panhellenic Conference one-year rule. This rule states that if you receive an invitation to membership from any group you have listed and you choose not to accept it, you are ineligible to be pledged by any other MPC international fraternity or sorority on this campus until the next formal recruitment period.
It is also important to remember if you do not receive an invitation to membership from a group that you have listed, you are eligible for continuous recruitment, COB, which begins Sunday, August 21st at 8 p.m. Immediately following your final preference event, you must go to Memorial Hall to receive your printed membership recruitment acceptance binding agreement.